Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by Coca-Cola, the Louisiana Lottery, Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport, AmeriGroup Insurance, McLean Financial Group, the Communities of Color Network, Tobacco-Free Living, Mid-South Bank, and Jerry Lane Buick GMC. Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where each week we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. Of course, as you know, we come to you from the end zone, Daiquiris and Bar, located at 6224 Plank Road. We invite you to come out Monday nights about 7 p.m., talk a little Southern football with Coach and I. Of course, we come on about 5 times a week on television. The graphic will show you what times we come on. And then, of course, you can also catch us at your leisure on YouTube or Facebook, the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Coach, let's jump into this. Another dominating game. The storyline, the Jaguars beat the Alabama A&M Bulldogs 59-31. Complete game on both sides of the ball.
Well, you know, I thought we played an exciting style of football, and you know, we had some ups and downs in the beginning. It's a tough place to go play, but I thought our guys were resilient and were able to come out and really perform the way we asked them to perform. You know, and then when you come back and look at the film, we still left some plays out there. So we got a couple of bye weeks. We're going to get better. You know, I thought Lenard Tillery played well, Austin Howard played well, and defensively, Danny Johnson. So we got a lot of room for improvement, and we look forward to the next one.
Coach, talking about Austin Howard, your quarterback, he had 4 different receivers for touchdowns, and for the second game in a row, he really found his touch.
Well, he's getting better every week. You know, I think early on he missed some guys, but he's starting to settle into a groove. The offensive line is playing dominating football, and if we can just keep that chemistry going, I really like the direction this football team is going. If we continue to get better, things look great on the bluff.
Let's jump into those highlights, Coach. We got a lot to show you because the Jaguars scored a lot of points and hit a lot of people. Coach, you know, we start the game, they actually bust us in the mouth with a 93-yard touchdown return, and the score was actually 7-0 Bulldogs to Jaguars. But then we got the ball on offense. Howard marched us down the field, and here you see Dylan Beard taking one over. Coach, Dylan Beard has been a pleasant surprise for the Jaguars.
Well, you know, he's doing a great job for us from the tight end position, and if he continues to get better, that gives us another weapon on offense.
All right, there you see the score. Coach, I got to give the special teams credit. They did a heck of a job on this night covering folks and making sure people didn't get any big plays.
Well, other than that opening kickoff, you know, I really thought we settled down and played better special teams. You know, we met today as a staff, and we're going to continue to get better.
Is that Tiller coach coming in for a sack right there?
Look like Simeon Houston.
Simeon Houston, he gets a sack, and there's the man who at some point this season, God willing, will break the all-time SWAC record. Lenard Tillery goes for about 30 yards, and then he takes it across the goal line. At this juncture, we're up 14-7, and we kick off. And again, your special teams coach do a great job of covering the kickoff.
Well, exactly. You know, after the first one, we made some adjustments, and you know, those guys are flying around and did a great job covering kicks.
Coach, this time it was Rashad Turner on the sack, and the Jaguars get back, and there's that man, Danny Johnson, his 4th interception of the 2016 season. It's got to feel great, Coach, to know a guy like him is in your secondary.
Well, exactly. He's a ball hawk, and you know, if it's up in the air, you know, he's going to try to make a play on it, and I'm happy for the success for that young man.
Here you see a good run and slide by our quarterback, Austin Howard. He's done a great job, and there he is, Lenard Tillery. Coach, I love Tillery's vision and his balance. He seems to get better as the game goes on, and he scores again.
Well, he's one of those backs that has, you know, all the tools, and you know, never know if it's going to be power or quickness or looseness, but he's doing a great job running the football.
Coach, I don't usually show this many special teams highlights, but you got to give them their props when their propers are due. There they are. pinning the Bulldogs down on the 5-yard line.
Well, Johnny on the spot. There's Artillery coming back with another great run. Just excited for that young man.
There's Leonard Tillery ripping one for another long gainer. Shorts takes one in. And Coach, we're up 28-7, and the game looking like it's in control. Great stick right here by Preston, Coach. You got to be happy with Kentavious Preston. We had a chance to catch up with him after the game, so people will get a chance to see him. And there is that man, Mr. Excitement. Coach, right now, looks like your offense is clicking on all cylinders.
Well, we got great rhythm. I think Coach Berry's doing an outstanding job of moving the ball around, getting it in the playmakers' hands.
Well, there you see a score again. Coach, your kicker, Albuquerque, has also been doing very well. He was, perfect on this night.
Well, exactly. He made all his extra points, made all his field goals, and, I think he's up there and scoring for the conference and doing an outstanding job for us. And it's exciting to see that young man progress through the season.
Well, after Dontrell Brown scored that last touchdown, we're up 35-14 at the half. When we come back, we'll look at the second half of the Southern University Alabama A&M Bulldogs football game. Stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
Welcome to the multiplier games. Multiply your winnings 5 times, 10 times, 25 times. Win up to $100,000. Louisiana Lottery. Multiply your play.
At Mid-South Bank, we're dedicated to providing loans that allow our customers to achieve their business and personal dreams. That's one promise you can bank on. We're not just business associates, we're neighbors. We're committed to our customers and the strength of our local economy. Here at Mid-South Bank, responsibility matters. With locations in Texas and Louisiana and still growing. Discover how our customers are finding strength in numbers at Mid-South Bank.
Traveling with kids is kind of a nightmare, but flying out of BTR makes it stress-free. Everyone there is
so much friendlier than any other airport I've been to. You can't have a fantastic city without the community support of a great airport. I can actually get anywhere in the world from right here in town. BTR makes travel
so easy that I feel at home right when my plane lands. It takes almost no time to get back to my family. So that feeling of, this is home, for me, happens at BTR.
So we can feel forever, yeah, feel together, be real together. No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Here we go. Taste the feeling.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Coach, halftime, we're up, as I said, 35-14. What do you tell your team with a lead like that so they don't have a letdown?
Well, it was a very inspired halftime speech. We really wanted to make sure that the guys understand you got to finish football games. And I was really unhappy with the first half, and those guys came out in the second half and played the kind of football that we expect them to play.
Coach, the output from the offense and the defense was so impressive these last 2 games, but I know there's always something to work on. What do we have to work on?
Well, defensively, run fits, rush lanes, and then just our physical execution on offense, just sustaining your blocks, making your blocks, and special teams just understanding leverage. And we're going to work on those things for the next couple of weeks and try to get this football team ready to roll after these bye weeks.
Coach, Leonard Tillery, 280 total yards, 179 on the ground, 2 touchdowns, 2 catches for 75 yards, a touchdown. Coach, he stands 357 yards from being the all-time SWAC leading rusher. how special is it to have a kid like that, a walk-on at that?
I think it's very special because, you know, that he's worked hard. He's put the time in, and, you know, but I really think our offensive line for it too, because they've allowed him to have those holes to run through, and he's done a great job running behind his pass, his vision. And the thing is, he got to stick his cleats in the ground and learn to go vertical. He's leaving a lot of yards out there that, you know, he'll probably be a lot closer to the record. So during this bye week, we go focus on those things, but an outstanding young man, and I'm excited for him.
Well, let's jump back into the highlights, Coach, and show the second half from Lewis Cruz Stadium at beautiful Alabama A&M University. Here we are. There's that man, the fast Willie Quinn, taking one. Coach, I love it. They didn't kick to Willie this game, but at some point, somebody's going to have to kick to him.
Well, you know, exactly, but either way, we're going to have a good field position for our offense, and that's also great to know that when they kick it away, we're going to be able to capitalize.
Well, if you don't kick it to him, he's going to touch it some way or another, and here you see him catching one and taking one for a 50, 60-yard touchdown. Coach, I love that young man's heart.
Well, you know, he's a special talent, and I think everybody's starting to catch on to it, and every time he touches, he got a chance to go the distance.
Willie Quinn, you gotta love Willie Quinn. Coach, again, at this point, your defense is playing great, your offense is playing great. We're stopping them, you know, we're making them really, really suffer, and then we're gonna get the ball back here in a second after the defense does this thing, and you know, you got to be happy again. I'm talking about Leonard Tillery. He's going to rip off this 65-yard touchdown on a screen play. And, Coach, what I love being an old receiver is your receiver ran that cornerback off. He didn't even know Willie was running up his behind like that.
And you know what? The excitement from just doing your job, and that's what it's all about. Whether the ball is thrown to you, whether you're blocking, whatever your role is. I was happy to see the motion from Dontrell Brown right there, just being a great pass catcher.
And we're up 49-24 at this juncture of the game. Howard comes back, Coach, hits Dylan Beard, he's wide open. Coach, how special is it for a tight end like Dylan Beard, who blocks most of the time, to be incorporated into the passing game like he has been?
Well, you got to see him. You got to recognize where he's at on that offense, and he has big play capabilities. And that Get Busy gang has been doing a great job for us in the running game and the passing game.
You saw a great sack by Castile. Coach, here you have Londres Johnson toward the end of the game getting a good run, and of course Albuquerque comes in and kicks a field goal to make that score 59-31. At this juncture, Coach, of course, we're going to get out of highlights and wrap up this Alabama A&M talk. When we come back, we'll look at our Alpha Media Players of the Week and our Coca-Cola interview with 4 of the players from the game. So stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
I have 2 kids, and like any mom, I want them to be healthy. So I chose Amerigroup Louisiana for our Bayou Health Plan. We get all our Medicaid benefits and pharmacy and prescription drug coverage. But you know what I really like? I get rewards for taking my kids to their doctor visits.
Choose Amerigroup Louisiana. Call 1-855-BAYOU-4U today. That's 1-855-229-6848.
To gain financial success, the first step is getting in the game with planning your retirement. With so much uncertainty in the financial world, it's crucial to have someone on your team that understands your financial goals and can navigate you to obtaining your dream to financial freedom. McLean Financial Group advises in many areas. We pride ourselves on strategic financial planning and serving our clients, a great combination to obtain financial freedom. Get in the game and let McLean Financial Group design your customized financial playbook and quarterback you to financial independence.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
At Jerry Lane,
They rolled the red carpet out for me.
It's always been Jerry.
You know what? It's tradition, it's family, and that's what keeps us coming back to Jerry Lane.
Get in the lane, get in the lane. Get in the lane, get in the lane. Get in the lane, get in the lane.
We're a Jerry Lane family.
Always lead to. You can count on Jerry Lane.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. We come to you each Monday night from the end zone, Daiquiris and Bar, located at 6224 Plank Road. We invite you to come out, have some good wings and some libations, and talk a little SU football after we wrap up the show. Coach, every week this time we talk about the Alpha Media Players of the Week. Who are the Players of the Week on offense, defense, and special teams?
Well, offensively, it was Leonard Tillery, who's done a great job for us. Defensively, it was Danny Johnson, who's, he's won the award a couple of times. And special teams, new guy, B.J. Harris, a freshman for us, has done a great job for us. So those are our Alpha Media Players of the Week.
There we go. And of course, they each received one of these nice balls from the SU Quarterback Club. And nice little keepsake, Coach. I like what they've done. And these guys will definitely remember this game forever because of this ball. Coach, after the game, we had a chance to catch up with a few players. Because so many performed well, we caught up with 4 of them. Dylan Beard, Kentavious Preston, Leonard Tillery, and Austin Howard. And Joe Dupree filed this report.
Well, Todd, we're here after a victorious night in Alabama against the A&M Bulldogs, and it couldn't have happened without Dylan Beard. Dylan, you had a great night tonight. 4 catches for 55 yards, 2 touchdowns. Dylan, how does it feel to know that Austin Howard has confidence to throw your direction now?
It feels great to know that my quarterback trusts me. When he in time of need, you can call on my name.
That's what I'm talking about. As we move on, do you see great things for the Jaguars in the SWAC?
I see a great future for the Jaguars in the SWAC.
The celebration continues here at Alabama and A&M, and I'm here with Kentavious Preston. Kentavious, you had 9 tackles for the Dog Days defense, and this is the second game in the SWAC, and we're looking real good. The defense have played lights out. How do you feel, and can we sustain this as we continue on in the SWAC?
I feel good about our defense. I know that we can limit the offenses that we play to fewer points, and we made a few mistakes tonight, but I feel like overall we played good. We know that the offense is going to come out and put as much points possible on the scoreboard. So, like I said at the beginning of the year, it's all up to the defense and what we do. So if we come out and play good, then we know that the offense is going to put the points up, so we should come out victorious.
All right, well, putting it all on the defense, let's ask this next question. When it comes down to the quarterbacks, which ones give us the bigger problems? The ones that drop back or the ones that are running QBs?
I don't think it's much of a problem. I know tonight I made a few errors reading the quarterback boot that made him scramble out and run the ball a little bit more, so I take the blame on those few plays. But I just feel like if we have the defensive ends that know how to keep contained on the quarterback, and it all comes down to doing our 1 and 11. So if we do our job, then we can stop those running quarterbacks. But I know tonight we had a few errors as far as reading the boots and the sprint outs.
I'm here with Leonard Tillery, and Leonard continues to be a man on a mission as he goes toward that SWAC all-time rushing record. Now, Leonard, tonight was a night. You rushed for 179 yards, 2 TDs. You had 2 catches for 75 yards and another score. Altogether, 280 yards and 3 scores. Leonard, how does it feel to showcase all your talents and skills?
It just feels great, and it's not all about me. That's one thing I just want to make sure that everybody knows. It's about those other 10 guys on the field. Without their blocking downfield and without their blocking in the trenches, it couldn't have been nothing that I could have done today. Trell Brown did an amazing job blocking on the perimeter, and so did Randall Menard. Those guys are just really buying in, and you can see the way they're playing. They're playing at an entirely new level.
Well, also the question is, how do you feel about the offense output thus far in the SWAC?
It's good, but I definitely feel like we can do a lot better. We practice to be perfect, and we come out here on game day, and sometimes even in practice we make minimal mistakes, and that's just something that we don't believe in as a Southern offense. So we just have to get better, keep grinding, and just try to eliminate the mistakes and just try to be perfect.
I'm here with our offensive manager, the quarterback extraordinaire, Austin Howard, who threw for 280 yards and set his career high tonight with 5 TDs in this game. Austin, you hit 4 different receivers for TDs. How does it feel to have all those those weapons at your disposal?
Oh man, it all starts with the O-line. You know, them blocking in the trenches. You know, just like Lenard said. So, and then Tillery filling the gaps, whoever they miss, and Lenard Tillery, he steps up, and then he had one too. So, you know, I give all the credit to them. I give the credit to Coach Barry for calling the plays, and you know, we just made it happen.
Well, definitely you did make it happen. It is a high-powered offense. The fans are loving it. Can we expect more of this as we go on into the SWAC?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a show to watch. We're gonna be all right.
That's what he said, and you heard it right here on the Jaguar Football Show.
Welcome back, Coach. Thank you. That was the Coca-Cola player interviews. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, guys, and congratulations, Coach. While I was in the press box at the game, I had a chance to talk to one of Alabama A&M's old coaches from the time they were in the SIAC, and he talked about when schools like Alabama A&M would play Southern and Grambling, he said, they come in looking like winners. And he says that makes everybody in the stadium, everybody in their community get hyped to play a Southern because they look like winners, and it's a game that you want to win because you want to take down the big dog in the SWAC. You want to take down the program in the SWAC. Coach, I've been doing this show for 20 years, and it seems to still be the axiom. Every time Southern rolls into a stadium, it's a bowl game for that school. We bring a crowd. Usually we're one of the contenders for the SWAC title. How does it feel to have a bullseye on your back every time you roll into a SWAC stadium?
Well, you know, I think that's tradition. You know, I think everybody understands, you know, how great this program has been, and everybody understands how blessed we've been to be a part of it. So I think when you go to other people's house to play this game, you know, it's a sense of respect. So you're going to get everybody's best shot. But, you know, you got to keep winning in order to keep that level of respect, and we've been able to do that. So when we go play other people, you do sense that respect, but at the end of the day, you still got to play the game, and you got to be ready to play, and you got to play intensified football.
Well, there you have it from the coach. When we come back, we're going to look at 2 weeks of open dates, unprecedented that I can remember in Southern history. 2 weeks of open dates. So stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
Welcome to the multiplier games. Multiply your winnings. 5 times. 10 times. 25 times. Win up to $100,000. Louisiana Lottery. Multiply your play.
At Mid-South Bank, we're dedicated to providing loans that allow our customers to achieve their business and personal dreams. That's one promise you can bank on. We're not just business associates, we're neighbors. We're committed to our customers and the strength of our local economy. Here at Mid-South Bank, responsibility matters. With locations in Texas and Louisiana and still growing. Discover how our customers are finding strength in numbers at Mid-South Bank.
Traveling with kids is kind of a nightmare, but flying out of BTR makes it stress-free. Everyone there is
so much friendlier than any other airport I've been to. You can't have a fantastic city without the community support of a great airport. I can actually get anywhere in the world from right here in town. BTR makes travel
so easy that I feel at home right when my plane lands. It takes almost no time to get back to my family. So that feeling of, this is home, for me, happens at BTR.
So we can feel forever, yeah, feel together, be real together. No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Here we go. Taste the feeling.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Coach, we now turn our attention to our first open date. We're standing at 2-0 in the SWAC, and we actually got to shut it down for 2 weeks because we have 2 open dates back to back. We were clicking on all cylinders. How did that happen where we have 2 open dates back to back?
Well, that's how the schedule, that's how it sorted out this year. So, that's the hand that we dealt. The thing is, you try to get money games from Division I schools, and then the only other option you would have had is try to find a Division II school or someone of that nature to bring in as a home game. And, financially, it's just better to have the 2 bye weeks. So we understand that. We're going to try to do the best we can during this time and get a football team ready to play after the 2 weeks.
Coach, open dates mean recruiting. The recruiting trail, of course, is a little earlier than normal. What are we looking for?
Well, usually offensive lineman, defensive lineman, quarterback, always looking for a nickel type on defensive back. So those are the things we're really looking for. We got a young football team. We only got 9 seniors, so we got a lot of guys coming back.
All right, we're going to shut this segment down. When we come back, we'll close up the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
I have 2 kids, and like any mom, I want them to be healthy. So I chose Amerigroup Louisiana for our Bayou Health Plan. We get all our Medicaid benefits and pharmacy and prescription drug coverage. But you know what I really like? I get rewards for taking my kids to their doctor visits.
Choose Amerigroup Louisiana. Call 1-855-BAYOU-4U today. That's 1-855-229-6848.
To gain financial success, the first step is getting in the game with planning your retirement. With so much uncertainty in the financial world, it's crucial to have someone on your team that understands your financial goals and can navigate you to obtaining your dream to financial freedom. McLean Financial Group advises in many areas. We pride ourselves on strategic financial planning and serving our clients, a great combination to obtain financial freedom. Get in the game and let McLean Financial Group design your customized financial playbook and quarterback you to financial independence.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love. Each time you smoke a cigarette, is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
At Jerry Lane, they rolled the red carpet out for me.
It's always been Jerry.
You know what? It's tradition, it's family, and that's what keeps us coming back to Jerry Lane.
Get in the lane, get in the lane. Get in the lane, get in the lane. Get in the lane, get in the lane.
We're a Jerry Lane family.
All lanes lead to. You can count on Jerry Lane.
Talk to you later. Go Jags!